talk about Empire season finale, episode 11, Die But Once, and then episode 12, Who Am I? There was a lot going on, and I'm not sure why they pretty much chopped the 2 hour and made it 2 different episodes, which they could have combined it and just named it one thing. But you know, Empire do what Empire want to do. Again, there's so much information going on, and I'm going to probably try to tell you what went on by character, so it'll make it easier. Right now, everybody's pissed with Lucious. And apparently, the one that most pissed is Hakeem. Being a child like he is, of course he is. Cookie goes out of town. Lucious is writing his song for the concert, and he's looking for Cookie because apparently when he's stuck, she helps him. My thing is, you were just starting out when she went to jail, so 17 years later, you've been writing hits and stuff, so you got out of being stuck some kind of way, so why do you need Cookie right now? Becky says she went out of town, but the way Becky was looking like she knew, she went with Malcolm and everything. So then he found out looking for Malcolm, and Malcolm is out of town too. And then Portia ended up saying where Cookie went and realized that they were together. Oh, he was pissed. But you know, I mean, what do you expect, Lucious? You sit here and pretty much dump Cookie for Boo Boo Kitty, and then Boo Boo Kitty let you go or left everything, then you want to get back with Cookie. No, you can't have it your way. But I also fault Cookie because Cookie don't eat and poop in the same place. I mean, this Chicago, and I get that Empire is your life, but the only person we seen was Puma. Like, y'all need to bring another dude in who's not affiliated with Lucious, is not in the game. Like, somebody, because you already knew Lucious was going to be pissed, you know, because he can do it, but you can't do it, which is not right, but somebody outside of wherever. Apparently it's Cookie and Malcolm get it on. And it looked like they were only gone for a night and not a weekend. But they get it on, and the way it was shot, like, did it even last that long? I don't know. So he just hit it and quit, and that was it. I was expecting ongoing romance. When Cookie get back, Lucious is pissed. He kicks her out. Malcolm, he did not kick out, but I will understand why. But just because we just saw he shot a dude in the head when he was holding Cookie's hostage, and he wasn't standing still. So if I was Lucious, I would not fire him either. And then also he sees surveillance and he knows what's going on. So again, I would not fire Malcolm, which he didn't. So Malcolm all of a sudden calls and get this great job in Washington, D.C. You just had a taste of Cookie and then you like her so much. So why you didn't get a job in Chicago instead of going to Washington, D.C.? I mean, she just got out of jail. She do have kids she's trying to rekindle a relationship with. And if you like her so much, why don't you stay in the area? Okay? So and it looks like when he said come with me, it was like choose Lucious or me. And you know, she wants a part of this power too. She done sacrificed and everything to see this. So she wants to reap the benefits. But even though she said she chose Empire, it's almost like she chose Lucious. I hope that Malcolm come back, because that's it. Like, we saw this big bill of them, you know, he behind her sniffing her hair and everything, and this all it's gonna be? That's all from them? Oh, no. Then Cookie's pissed with Lucious and he sleep, and then he goes into this whole, it was weird, but this whole thing about Bunky and everything, and he talking about he the Messiah and everything, and she finds out that he kills Bunky. Oh, she's pissed. She even tried to smother him. So at the end of the episode, I'm like, oh, did she almost kill him? Because, you know, we know he ain't dead, but did she almost kill him? Let's move on to Hakeem. Okay, Hakeem over here pissed because, you know, Lucious, which, in reality, if it's true, Lucious did Hakeem a favor. He sit here, thought this girl was thirsty for money. He gave her money. She accepted it. So he did you a favor. Why you tripping? But that's go back to him being a child, because why are you tripping? Your daddy just did you a favor. But you pissed. Like, why you pissed? You pissed like you were married to the girl and it's like, you pissed like you should be like Jamal. Calm down. It ain't that be mad with Lucious, but then when Lucious call them, they come running because they always still want to be in his favor. Even though they pissed, they still want to be in his favor. Hakeem need to learn, when y'all have problems, that's behind closed doors. Don't mess it up and don't make it public and jeopardize Empire. So why again should you run Empire? Because you immature. Really. Okay. Hakeem's album, like I said, is supposed to come out when the IPO becomes public. He makes an announcement and then even tells people that he is expecting Hakeem to take the throne. Okay, he's been petitioning for you to be the head anyway, but I guess he had to be fair to the other boys, because why? Deep down, he knew Hakeem wasn't ready, but he tried to give the other ones chances. Snoop has I think either album or a single that he's about to bring out, and they had a performance, and so the whole thing was he's supposed to bring Hakeem up there so Hakeem can freestyle and let people get a taste of what's to come when his album drops. But what do Hakeem do? Hakeem put their business on blast and told Lucious that he coming for his girl. Really? My whole thing when I heard that, I was like, Boo Boo Kitty would never go for that. I understand that you heard and everything, but it's not like Boo Boo Kitty was a girl that he been dating for a couple weeks. You know, somebody ain't important to him. Boo Boo Kitty was about to be your stepmama. She been around at least, say, 2 years. And then we're trying to figure out how old Hakeem is. Say 18. So at least she was there when you were 15, 16. Like, were you looking at her in that kind of way? And I know guys don't value sex like women do, but really do. Like, I feel like that was just low. Like, that was low. Okay. Lucious pissed because not only did you put our business out there, but you sit here and embarrass me and again can jeopardize Empire. Lucious hit Hakeem. I took that as like, because Lucious is sitting here comparing himself to God, or he's God and everything, that Hakeem fell from his graces at that point. He punched him. Hakeem pissed, but I bet you ain't try to punch his daddy back. Now Hakeem pissed. He about to do the same amateur move that Anika did by going to Lucious' arch enemy. You don't do that. You don't do that. But I want to have a meeting with Beretti, okay? And he had a party at his house and Beretti was there. Lucious came over and he sees Boo Boo Kitty and Hakeem sleeping together. I done lost all respect for Boo Boo Kitty. Really, Boo Boo Kitty? You trying to get back with him? So you gonna go do it with his favorite son? Not it was Andre. Not even if you possibly could do it with Jamal. But you went and did it with his favorite son? She done broke 3 rules already. Like, there's no coming back for her. Okay, Jamal could have been pissed and everything. He talked to Hakeem. He was like, dude, like, you know, I could be pissed, but I'm not. I'm sorry, I keep mixing up. Jamal is on top of the world. He has already released his album. He's out here signing CDs. He had a listening party. He good. And then Cook ain't even nowhere to be seen. I don't know what kind of manager you is and what kind of mom. I know you getting yours, but really? On the weekend that all this happening? Girl. But you know, hey, it's been 17 years. I guess you deserved it. So his dad and him had a moment. And his dad in the move from Hakeem to Jamal. But then also, since his album's out, everybody's comparing Jamal to Lucious, and like he is better than Lucious, and I think that that's a problem with Lucious and everything. And he's sitting here trying to tell, they trying to bond and everything, tell him he loved him, and all this other stuff, okay? And he tells him he's stuck. Jamal, which I thought was nice, tries to help his dad. They go back to the beginning, and I thought that represented a rebirth of their relationship, because they went back to Auntie Kara's house, which is where he tried to put Jamal in the trash can. Even though they talked about that, then they went in the house and made music. So I felt like this was a rebirthing of their relationship, which was cool. Before this, Beretti had put an injunction on Lucious' music. So I guess basically Beretti has the masters to Lucious music, so he really can't move with the IPO. He tells Jamal, if you can sit here and get the master, then I'll give you Empire. And, you know, I was thinking, yeah, right, if he do it, he won't get it and everything. So Jamal's like, okay, Jamal is a boss. So he goes over to Hakeem's party and has Beretti on the outside and ready to push him over. You know, Beretti's like, you ain't gonna do that. He's like, you know what? Something about he a killer and everything, but he is. I'm like, all of them a killer. Cookie a killer, Lucious a killer, Jamal a killer, Andre can be a killer, Hakeem, please. But so he gets him to sign the master, okay? I was like, whoa, like, Lucious sitting here talking about Jamal is a boss. But then I also wondered, is he did that to get Jamal out of the spotlight? Because the more Jamal does and people see him, then they will sit here and know that he's better than Lucious. If Lucious is trying to be the best, he can't have, so he got to occupy Jamal, even though Jamal probably didn't even want the empire at the beginning because he's a writer and everything. But if he's running the business, he's occupied, so he can't really do his music. So I think Lucious did that. He know how great he is, and he just tried to get him out the way. Andre. So Andre is still all butthurt and everything, and he doesn't feel right about going back to work. He starts going to the church. My thing is, are you going to get closer to God, or are you going to get closer to Michelle? Because it just seemed like you at the church following her around like a little sappy dog and everything, and that's what you're doing. So his dad tell him to come back and everything, and they're going to the stock exchange, want him to ring the bell. He doesn't want to do it and everything, so he's about to quit. And Lucious says the voice of God is music. No higher purpose than being a maker of music. So again, Lucious, are you comparing yourself or you God? Because that's all you care about is music? So Lucious started being trifling and goes to the church and everything and sees Michelle, because he reads right through it. Even though Andre, it might not be on purpose, but he reads right through it. And Lucious became really like the devil. He come in the church and he sit here and tells Michelle that he wants to do a gospel single with her, or album, I'm not sure, but a single with her. And he hugs her like it was so devious, and Andre was pissed. Okay, let's go back to Lucious. So, okay, Lucious is doing his tribute because he's dying and everything, and then he has a nurse. So the nurse is looking like, because he had double vision, I think it was double vision, and the nurse is like, that is not a sign for ALS, so he looked it up. Lucious has been misdiagnosed, and he has MG, which is treatable and everything. So he pissed a little with the doctor because they misdiagnosed him. The nurse gives him something for insomnia, which knocks him out, and that's when Cookie talking to him. I think his conscience, because before, if he died, like, I mean, who cares? He wasn't going to go to jail and everything if he killed Bunky, but now he can go to jail for it and everything. So he goes into this whole spiel, and Cookie hears it. So it's interesting, and let's continue with dun 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 dun. Let's talk about episode 12. And again, they're pissed, but they all show up, and it goes back almost until the pilot where they were all sitting around the table, and same thing. And I like how in these episodes they go back until the beginning, so you see the progression of where they are now in the episodes, and it's cool. And this time they have gifts in front of them, and there's 4 gifts, and Cookie's not there. Hakeem, first up, he gets a medallion that represents the jets that he have, and he's giving him one so he can fly wherever he wants when he tours and stuff. And then he apologizes to Camilla. Go get your girl. If you really like her and everything, go get your girl. And then he gives Andre a cross and gives him $100 million in a fund so he can do whatever he wants with it. And then he gives Jamal this, I guess, I don't know, statue, or this, I don't know what it's called, but he gives it to him, and basically Jamal gets the empire, okay? And I thought this was a dream too. I thought all this was a dream. But it was cool because at the end of the day, Jamal is the most like Lucious. He's talented in music, and he can run a business. Probably don't know everything, but he can run a business. And then he was the one who saved them when they were going under war with keeping artists. And then also, he got his dad masters. I mean, Andre, what really did Andre do? I mean, he did 1 or 2 things, but what did he really do? And then Hakeem kid, and then what has he really done? So, Lucious kept his word, which I was really surprised at that. And then Cookie came in, and Cookie got a pillow. So, I was like, oh, Lucious did know that she tried to kill him. Okay, Jamal in the office about to run thing. You can clearly see Hakeem is mad. Andre's kind of like, I ain't happy, but whatever. He promotes Becky to AR, and he tells Hakeem, let's push your album back, which is understandable because his album is out, so it shouldn't be, you know, it's gonna take away. Even though I feel like it won't, because Jamal sings and Hakeem raps, which is kind of two different genres, but hey, who am I to ask? At the press conference, a dude named Black Rainbow, I swear I thought he was being funny when, because the dude's dark skinned, so I was thinking he was being funny when he called him Black Rainbow, but that was actually his stage name. The names that they have on the show be cracking me up. So Black Rainbow makes a ruckus and be like, oh, I don't want to sit here and be represented with a fairy, this and that and other, because Jamal's like, dude, really? Like, he keeps getting tried and everything. They don't know. Then my two things about Lucious is, I felt like he put him in a position because it takes away from him being creative and musically and surpassing Lucious. And then also, let me go back. Lucious told them that he's not dying, which I thought he was going to keep a little longer to himself, but he told him. So now this concert has become a comeback instead of a tribute. So being that that's happening, Lucious can't sit here and be the best if his son is being compared and surpassing him. So I felt like he did that for that reason. Then also so Jamal can see that that's what it is. And then also because he's doing a comeback, he needs somebody to run the company. And them two other ones ain't doing. I mean, Andre needs to get his bipolar, need to get that under control before he even sit here and try to do anything. Get your life in check. And then, like I said, Hakeem over here acting bratty, so why would his dad give you anything? So Jamal goes to a rap battle to stand up to Black Mama, which Black Mama raps were horrible. Like, I could sit here and come up with something better than that, first of all. Second of all, and then it was a rap battle. He rapped and he sang. Like, I thought like, how that work? But anyway, Black Mama felt bad. I thought he was going to come back in the end, but that didn't happen. So I thought, in a way, that scene was horrible. There was no point. Okay. Lucious sit here and confronts Cookie about trying to smother him and stuff. And then you see, like, he stopped her and everything. But, basically, he said that he has surveillance in all the rooms. I'm not sure if it had sound because we didn't hear what he was saying in his sleep. And I think that that's going to come and bite him in the butt later. And then Jamal's a little pissed with his mom. So she tell him like he killed Cookie. And it seemed like he tried to deny it. She get kicked out because Jamal was trying to bring her back in. She get kicked out and then we see her name was on the concert like Cookie Lyon Presents. But he took it off and everything. Then the feds come and get her. Let's back up. Vernon was in rehab, which I don't know how long that rehab was. It seemed like it was only a couple days. He was in rehab, and then Lucious told him, can you follow Cookie? I'm not sure of Vernon and Cookie's relationship because it seemed like they don't like each other, or maybe they do. So he sees that Cookie goes to the feds and everything, and they tried to get her to turn on Lucious like they asked her several years ago. She could have got out, I forget how many years, it wasn't that many, but she ended up getting 25 because she didn't tell on Lucious. And again, they asked her to, even though she knew the truth, she didn't do it. Apparently someone named Sean Johnson knew that Lucious killed Bunky. I don't know where that comes from or how they know when you just have the homeless guy underneath the bridge, unless his name is Sean Johnson. Rita Ora was on here. I just feel like a lot of cameos was on here were unnecessary. Like Jennifer Hudson's role and everything was just pointless just to have her sing. I don't know. Rita was pointless just to have her sing. So she pulls out because she was there for Cookie. And then he prompts up and again lying and everything, gives it to Michelle to sing, which is Jennifer Hudson. Andre tells her, which I thought was cold, because she got a record deal and then she hadn't been to the church. Isn't that crazy? It just makes it look like you were so gung-ho and now you sit here, you just left the church just like that. Ain't even cut a record yet and already left the church. And Andre told her, which I thought, like, dang, Andre, like, she is a woman of God. You could sit here and sugarcoat it a little, but it was like, my dad is Satan and you just open your legs for him? Really? Like, he say your soul. He didn't say your heart. He said your legs. Like, dang, Andre, you had to go there. That was cold. Cookie, and it goes back again where Cookie is there with Hakeem. We getting a haircut, and like the guy was trying to take the broom, and she was like, "No, I got the broom," and it was funny just to see their progression too. And so she was around there sweeping, and she said to Hakeem, "Let's start our own record label and everything." Hakeem like, "I want Empire," and he already asked Andre about it. And Andre was like, "Nah, let it be. He won," which I thought that was admirable of him. I mean, at the end of the day, he did win. Like, y'all brothers and everything, but Hakeem stuck. I won it. And you know, Hakeem and Jamal were like close. Now I'm saying, Cookie, which is gonna get the bad instinct because she got 3 sons, and she's like, let's start our own company. I guess not to step over Jamal. Again, like he wanted, and she told him, she said he's talented, and she know he's talented more than Lucious thinks. Everything, but she never said you're more talented than Jamal, because she know better. But again, Hakeem wanted Empire, and also him and Rhonda, you know, he was feeding. He basically said, you know, in a way, I don't want you and everything. It was just to get back with my dad, which was low, and she was stupid. She should feel stupid because he's a kid and everything, but she's feeding him because she want Empire too. My whole thing. So now you have Cookie, Hakeem, Anika, and Andre all trying to get Empire. Okay, when they get it, they ain't gonna want to share it. So how that work? See, all they had to do was do what they do, because Jamal would have let Andre ran the company, and he could have manipulated him because he know more about business wise. Hakeem could have did what he was doing and everything. And at the end of the day, Jamal is a musician. Okay, he would have sit here and got tired and probably gave it over to them. That's all they had to do was stay cool. Like, he probably gave it to his mom. Stay cool. Okay, somebody was saying that Jamal don't have nothing to write, so it don't mean nothing, which is true. So those 4 meet up, and it was funny because Cookie got in on Anika, but she got in some blows too, but they got in, and then she broke her pearls. It was funny because you remember she was talking about the pearls before. It was good. So they basically got Tricky Dicky to help them do a hostile takeover. That's what they're planning to do. And then he was saying he had to have a scandal, which that's why I thought that Andre might have told that his dad had killed Bunky, because didn't nobody in that group, I mean, Cookie knew, but Cookie wasn't going to tell. She didn't tell. So who else? Didn't nobody in that group know? So the concert comes, and Lucious is in the dressing room getting ready. Jamal goes on stage with a do-rag and looking like his dad. I thought that was hilarious. Him and Hakeem were performing. Jamal goes in and talks to his dad. He shares something with him. He tells him that his real name is Dwight Walker. Cookie didn't even know that. I feel like that's going to play because him and Jamal are the only people that know. Lucious is about to go on stage, and the people come and arrest him. Let's back this up. Cookie goes and talks to Vernon. Like, I was a little confused with this episode. Somebody had to break it down to me. Somebody who be in them streets had to break it down to me. But, like, Cookie was like, am I going to mess up my family again, like, before I do this? And then Vernon had to break it down to her and say what Bunky was trying to blackmail Lucious and everything. And so I guess at that point when she realized, even though he shouldn't have killed, he killed Bunky crossed the line. So at that point, I think Cookie got out of trying to do a hostile takeover. I'm thinking that. I feel like a lot of stuff weren't unclear. Vernon goes to talk to Andre. Andre still pissed because he thinks that Vernon put him under the bus. So they talk. Vernon was trying to tell him, just go to work, everything's going to be okay, because Vernon and Cookie trying to put everything together. Andre ain't listening, become the Hulk or whatever they fight. Vernon start whipping his tail, and Rhonda comes in, hit him over the head. I don't know about hitting people over the head, but it don't work. Didn't they learn from How to Get Away with Murder? Hit somebody over the head, they die. Let's back this up. Rhonda wasn't even supposed to be there, because before she left Andre and said, you know, you may not have cheated on me, but you pretty much kind of emotionally cheated on with Michelle. And then that's the funny part, because he's supposed to be going to church. So Rhonda leaves him, then tells him about put up a fight. Then Michelle leaves. You don't have Vernon. You can't stand on your own. Then you want to sit here. You just went to church. You ain't learned nothing. Then you want to take over something. Okay? So let's go back forward. Rhonda comes to the house or whatever, changed her mind, I guess, and then hits him. And They like, let's call the police. She like, oh, I can't call the police because I'm pregnant. What they got to do with anything? Like, y'all should do it because somebody gonna know. They decide to get rid of Vernon's body. When they get ready to go to the stock exchange, Vernon was not there. All this happened apparently in one day, and then the night the stock goes down. They have did a hostile takeover. And Andre and Hakeem were smiling. Lucious thought that Cookie had told and Cookie didn't tell. And then the feds were like, where's Vernon? We can't find him. He's our key witness. So then I'm wondering, because Andre is smiling, I'm wondering, did Andre go and tell them that he killed Bunky and that Vernon can attest to it? Whatever it is. Lucious is in jail. Jamal goes to perform. He's mad with Cookie too because he thinks Cookie told. And Lucious is like, game on. So he's going to have to come back out because they have their word against theirs. I mean, the witness no, but he's a little loony. They can't find Vernon. And then I don't know if that tape is going to come to play because I don't know if you can hear. Cookie's in the house now. Boo Boo Kitty is doing Hakeem's album. Did he replace Camilla with her? And then Andre is at the hospital getting an ultrasound for Rhonda. And then again, Lucious is in jail. And Jamal is being the boss and running things. It's going to be interesting. I think Dwight Walker is going to come into play. I don't know what to say about this. But until next season, thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.